Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm coming to you this morning. This, of course, is Mary C. And I'm coming to you this morning because I am completely out of my liquid foaming hand soap. I'm also out of my laundry detergent that is do-it-yourself. So I'm going to need to make some more of that. I will bring you along when I get ready to do that. But for right now, I need to do the foaming hand soap. So I'm sitting here at my kitchen table. I'm going to tell you what you're going to need. I put on a pot of hot water. I don't know if you can see this. I put on a pot of hot water. Okay. I have in front of me, whatever hand soap that you have on hand is what I use. If you don't have anything but dish soap, and if you're not concerned about the dish soap on your hands, like Dawn, I use Dawn, you can use Dawn, but you can get any type of inexpensive hand soap to refill your hand foaming soap bottles so that you have hand soap. So you're going to need inexpensive soap, okay, the liquid soap. Mine happens to be lavender and chamomile. If you have some, this is optional, but if you have essential oils, fragrance oils, you can add that as well. I'm going to add a few drops to my soap, and make sure that you have something, a dropper. This is called a pipette. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? This is called a pipette. And so make sure that you've got something like a dropper. You're going to need a measuring spoon. And I'm going to be using the tablespoon because I'm going to be putting in 2 tablespoons of the liquid soap. And you're going to need a foam soap dispenser. Okay, a dispenser, an old empty one. I have several of them. At one time, I used to buy the soap from Bath and Body Works. It's been a while since I bought from them. So this is an old bottle from them, and this happens to be what does it say? If I can see that, I think it says 8.75 fluid ounce bottle, 8.75. So for this size bottle, you're going to fill it most of the way, but leave some space at the top because, once you put this foam, see, this is a foam dispenser. It's got a spring inside. Can you guys see that? It has that spring inside of the pipe there, the piping. And so this is a spring pump for the foaming soap. So that way you know that this is a foaming soap container, okay? And so the recipe that I'm going to give you today is for, what did I say, 8.7 fluid ounce bottle. I will probably put no more than, because I'm using the fragrance oil, I'll probably put no more than about, I'm going to say 6 or 7 drops of the fragrance oil. 6 or 7 drops. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the liquid soap, and then the rest is just water. So liquid soap, water, and the essential oils or fragrance oils are optional. So you don't really have to use that if you don't want to. And I happen to put the water on the stove this morning because I don't know about you, but I get these containers and I don't use a whole lot for the foaming soap, so they sit for a little bit and they get a little thick, okay? They get a little thick. There's nothing wrong with that, but it helps me to blend it better in the bottles if I have the hot water. So that's why I got the water hot this morning to do this. So pretty much all I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the soap. So I'm going to tilt my camera down. Give me a second. Tilt the camera down so you can actually see what I'm doing, okay? And then I'll come back. Okay, family, I am back. And as you can see, I have my apron on. I don't know if any of you guys are like me. I put bleach in my dish water. so I don't ruin my moo-moos and my other clothing. When I'm doing dishes, I'll throw an apron on. And so I've got my apron on because I usually do dishes, and I just, got my dishwater going and everything. And I usually put a little bit of bleach in my water. So, bleach will ruin things. So family, to get this soap thing going, this foaming hand soap, this is what we're making. We're doing it ourselves. So what I didn't mention was this. You're going to need also a funnel. And please excuse the mess. I'm in the middle of doing a few things. And so I've got a little bit of a mess here. But you know what? This is a lived-in home. So I'm not going to bother with that. So I've got my empty container here. And I used it before, and there's just a couple of drops of the previous soap. I'm not going to even bother to wash that out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the soap. And I usually just take, it's got a pour thing to it. And I usually will just take the whole top off. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the liquid soap into my foaming container. See how thick it comes out? I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's really, really thick. So I am really going to need the hot water for this. It is so thick. And I'm going to look at it. I normally would say, oops, that ran over a little bit. 2 tablespoons, but let me look at it just to make sure that we've got enough here. You really don't need a whole lot of it. I'm going to put 3 in, family. It's in an old bottle of soap here, liquid soap. So I'm going to go with 3 whopping tablespoons of the soap. And if you mix it up and everything and you find that it's not the consistency that you're used to or that you prefer, you doctor it up. That's why it's called do it yourself. Doctor it up and make it your own, okay? So I have the 2 or the 3, I'm sorry. See how thick that is? I don't know if you guys can see that. It's very thick. Let's see if I can bring it closer to you. See how thick that is? So I went ahead and put 3 of them in there. Because like I said, it's been sitting on this soap has been sitting on the shelf for quite some time. When I make soap, as you can see behind me on the table, I make a few containers. I fill up a few containers so that I don't just have the one. But I've got several other containers here, all of which need to be filled up. So let me bring this up closer to you. Make sure I get all my soap on down, going down. Let me get my soap in there. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you can see it. See how much soap I have in there? You really don't need that much. That is 3 tablespoons, 3 full tablespoons of soap, the liquid soap. And now what I'm going to do, take my fingers off, is I'm going to put my funnel back in. And let me try to be careful with this. I'm going to pour in water. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay. But I'm not going to fill it up. And the reason why I'm not going to fill it up, okay, you see the suds that are in there. I'm not going to fill it up. I'm going to test it first to see. Because once you put the top on it, it also will fill it up. So I still have a little bit more room in the top of this to put just a little bit more water. So I'm just going to put a little bit more in there and see how that works. Because I don't really want it overflowing like that. Okay, so, but that's okay. It's just a foam. And I don't have the water so hot, family. I'm just going to tell you that I can't touch the bottle. All right. So I'm going to wipe off the soap, the foam that was around the top. And you can still see the soap hasn't quite mixed in there. So here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that I've got it on lock, which I do. These tops have a lock to them. If you twist them, it locks up. And so mine is already set to lock. So if yours isn't, make sure you've got it locked, because what you're going to do is tilt it back and forth. You're not going to shake it. You don't want to shake it. So you're going to just tilt it backwards, up and down a few times to get that soap mixed in. Okay. And I told you beforehand I was going to add my essential or fragrance oil. So I still want to do that. So I think I got rid of most of the foamy stuff. And I am opening up my, and it smells really, really good. I don't know if you guys can see. I've got my fragrance oil here. And I'm just going to take and put my dropper in, my pipette, and just throw in, I'm going to drop in about 6 or 7 drops of the fragrance oil. That should do it. That should do it. Put that away. And then I'm going to do my rock and roll again. Put the top back on it, make sure that it's still sitting in the lock position, which it is. And then I'm going to just do the up and down motion again. And that's it, folks. That's it. If you have liquid soap at home and you want to create your own do-it-yourself foaming hand soap, it's a simple thing to do. That's all you have to do. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you try it out. If, again, you need to add more soap to make it your own, it depends on the type of soap that you get, how old it is in my case, and it depends on how strong the soap is in the liquid soap. But this is a very inexpensive. I think I got this over at DG, Dollar General. So very inexpensive way to do your own hand soap instead of going over to places like Bath and Beyond. Is that what it was called? I forget now. What is it? Bath and Body Works. My bad. Going over to Bath and Body Works and, ordering the soap there, which can get to be very expensive. So I pull my seat up and sit down. I hope, family, I hope that this was helpful for you. And again, if you use it, if you use the recipe, you try it out, you like it, you don't like it, let me know. Let me know. All right. Well, I can't complete the video, can I? I said to you beforehand, I ended the video, but I can't complete the video without showing you how this stuff works, right? So I'm back and I'm going to cut and put this into the video somehow. But once you finish mixing it all up, I unlocked it, of course, and just pump it out, and hopefully you can see it. See how it foams up? It's very foamy when you're done. Okay, can you see that? It's foamy. So there is, and right now it's very soft, or it's very soft. It's very warm. Okay, because I heated it up beforehand. So there it is, family. There it is. All right. So this is the foamy hand soap. Now I will say, I'm going to cut the other part out where I ended it. But hopefully this helps you. If it works for you, if you try it, you like it, and it works for you, let me know. If you try it and you're really not really into it, let me know. Either way, let me know. I hope that it did help though. I'm gonna wipe my fingers off so I can stop the video. But shalom family, thanks for watching. I love all of you guys, but know this, our Heavenly Father, He loves you so much more. Now I gotta go and wash this soap off. Shalom.